Hello YouTubers, my name is Frederick Lopez and you are on a new segment of mine called Gaming Hour. The last two episodes I went over a 2009 video game called Watchmen: The End Is Nigh. I filmed myself and then played the game and talked about it. I decided to change the format for this video, so it's not exactly going to be an hour. Today I'm going to be talking about Alien Isolation. Holy shit, is Alien Isolation among one of the most difficult games I've ever played, and among one of also the most stressful. This is a prequel to Aliens, but a sequel to Alien. It is about her daughter, Amanda Ripley, and she pretty much goes to the spaceship where they receive a distress call, and it's a flight recorder for the Nostromo. She wants to know what happened to her mother, so they're investigated by the alien planet LV-426. And it starts out like a basic mission. You go to a space station and all is fine. No, it's a survival horror game. Shit hits the fan. How to best describe this? It's much like the movie Alien, but if you played Dead Space or Resident Evil, the earlier ones, you know what type of game this really is going to be. It has such a great atmosphere. Really, I haven't played Aliens Colonial Marines, but I heard that wasn't a very good game. And I've heard that Alien Isolation brought back an atmosphere and really brought a game worth of value and worth playing that feels like it's in the Alien universe. I first purchased Alien Isolation Christmas of 2014. I made it to the first 3 levels, quit, went off and on, quit, and finally, before Alien Covenant, I decided to give this game another chance. I finished it this weekend. It took me about 3 days from Friday to Sunday. Alien Isolation, well, it's very nerve-wracking. It feels like an old-school game. Many of you remember how games were before auto-saving features? This is like Final Fantasy, where if you didn't save at a saving point, you're going to have to do everything over again on the upcoming level. I mean, it is like that, and you really begin to love saving stations. This game is so well done. It is a first-person view, and the storytelling is great. You have some cinematic cutscenes, and Sega does a really good job here in making this game. It has a great story, but it has the atmosphere and look of the 1979 Alien, all the way down to the computers, the radar, the music, the spaceship. The spaceship itself is a creature, a character in this video game. But holy shit, the alien, there is no stopping him, even with weapons. You are going to be screwed. You basically want to know how it would be to go against a xenomorph? Play this game, is pretty much it. The mechanics are very well done. Now, there is some repetitive levels, but it's not too bad. The alien, though, towards the end does get a little annoying, but you also have androids, synthetics, that go bonkers. They pretty much want to kill people. They're on mass murdering mode, and they're far scarier than the alien. And you also have other humans aboard the ship, and most of them are not friendly. They're hostile. They'll kill you if it means for them surviving against the xenomorph. It is nuts. It is just pure chaos. If you're a fan of the Alien series, definitely play Alien Isolation. There's gadgets, like I said earlier. There's a hacking device, a radar, and then if you have a radar, if the alien's near, he'll hear you and kill you immediately. So you really have to think on your feet with different devices. You can also construct devices such as smoke bombs, pipe bombs, EMP mines, smoke bombs, med kits. And then you have a flamethrower later on, a revolver, a shotgun, a stun rod, and among some other things. And even then, you think you're safe. You think, hey, I have ammunition, I have flamethrower to keep the alien away. Yeah, as long as you have some left. Once you run out, you're done for. You have to think of other ways. And stealth really is the key in this video game. I mean, it truly is. And again, like I said, you basically board a ship. Everything seems normal. But of course, like many movies, Alien, The Thing, Goes to Mars, it's not normal. Nothing is normal. There's more than meets the eye here. And you don't encounter the alien until a couple of missions in. But when you do, it's very scary and very well done. You even try to hide in lockers and that still doesn't help. I mean, it is a hard, ridiculous game. Now, they did add different features of difficulty. There was hard, survival mode, and then they added novice. I had to switch to that a couple of times because I was on easy. And still, it was difficult, but you really have to, again, think on your feet. And once you encounter the alien, it becomes a very different game. And he's much scarier the first time around because you don't have all your weapons yet, so you're dealing with just one alien. It's much like Alien 3 or the original film. Very well done levels. Then you have to go do some puzzles. Synthetics become a problem. A lot of them, you have to do a lot of damage and you can't defeat. with a wrench. You have to get a stun rod or figure out other ways around them. And they're hard, especially the one in the yellow coats. Oh my god, were they just the craziest distraction. But the alien, again, is so well done. The way he acts and everything. More so towards the beginning. Towards the end, my only complaint is that the alien would sometimes just stay still and wouldn't charge you with a flamethrower. So he wouldn't act the same. And it would walk like a regular person, where they really could have done some cool things and had him crawl in the walls or something. But he does find you through vents and just anywhere. But, yeah, after the alien missions, you then get to more of a story. There's twists. It has everything you want in an alien game experience. Everything you wanted to see from an alien movie onto a game is in this. And it's not just one alien at the beginning. It then becomes more like Aliens or Alien Resurrection towards the very end of the game. And it is just nuts. And you even have some good first-person view spacewalking scenes. And then there's a prologue mission where you're on LV-426 as this Marlowe guy and his crew, how they find the alien eggs. And you basically get to relive that scene in Prometheus and the original Alien with the Hive on LV-426 inside the space jockey ship. It is awesome. It's like a love letter to Alien. The only thing I wish they did is once you got your weapons, instead of just being a shoot 'em up to androids and humans, I wish you could destroy the alien, kill it, get some type of reward for your experience. But in a way, I'm kind of happy that they don't do that, because really, against a xenomorph, realistically, you would be this powerless. And when it starts getting to the point where there's hundreds and thousands of xenomorphs towards the end, it is just ridiculous. You don't feel safe. I have to tell you, it's a stressful game, but I don't want to knock it just for that. I respect this game. It's been a while since my heart was beating, my palms were sweaty, and my arms were shaking because of a video game. This is survival horror done right. And I think it deserves more attention. Now, is it annoying? Yes. But at the same time, I think we've been all spoiled by first-person shooters, auto-saving, that this really kind of brings it back to basics and does something original, new, and it's also a long game. Maybe a con would be that it's maybe a little bit too long, but you know what? You get your bang for your buck in this. My only con, really, besides some of the repetitive cycles and backtracking towards the end, is the very ending. It's a great game, but it doesn't really have that solid conclusion that you're looking for. It just kind of ends, maybe sequel baiting. I don't know, but for everything that you went through, I thought it was just a slap in the face for the way it ended. Nevertheless, this is an enjoyable video game. If I have to give Alien Isolation a score, I would give it a 4 out of 5, an 8 out of 10, and an A-. It has a great atmosphere, soundtrack, gameplay mechanics. The alien is frightening as ever. The synthetics even more so. I love the attention to detail, as well as the cutscenes with a story in between there, as well as collecting ID tags and going through Nostromo files. And then, even though it's a little bit of a con, I do like the save stations and how you really have to think on your feet and be conservative about your materials. You have to survive in this survival horror game. My cons would be the very ending is just open-ended. It didn't really have a definitive ending. And the alien sometimes acts a bit odd towards the end, and ultimately the backtracking repetitive process. But it is not a bad game. This is an Alien game done right. And I have not played Colonial Marines. I heard it was horrible, but I kind of want to play it and shoot some aliens after playing this. Ultimately, if they made a sequel to this, I think it'd be cool if they had like first-person shooters from like Time Splitters, Red Faction, or like Call of Duty a bit with the survival horror nature of this. Just kind of combine the best of what we've seen from first-person shooters and then old-school survival horror and this survival horror into one game, and you could have something with the suspense and thrills as the first Alien, but the action of Aliens. Also, there is a DLC that basically recreates some levels from the original Alien. So Sigourney Weaver, Tom Skerritt, all the voices came back to voice their characters. You get to choose between 3 different characters, and Ripley is just so spot on, and again with the atmosphere, even Ash is the same. And it's a fun level. Crew Expendables is there, and then Last Survivor, you had to do a pre-order, so I haven't played that yet. But Crew Expendables is very fun, and it has that feeling of the movie, and it's kind of cool seeing the whole cast back in video game form. In a way, I almost kind of wish they just made a straight-up adaptation of Alien. So yeah, 8 out of 10, 4 out of 5, and an A-. Although, be warned, this is going to be the hardest freaking game you've ever played. But you know what? After completing this, I feel great. I can do anything after beating this game. So yeah, definitely check out Alien Isolation. Anyways, that's all for this gaming hour. If you like this video, feel free to like, comment, let me know your thoughts on the video game if you played it, what's the hardest level, and subscribe. Check out my other videos. I have a My Favorite segment in which I go over my favorite Alien films, and then on my final cut and action reaction segment, I reviewed Alien and Aliens. Anyway, that's all for today, and stay tuned for the upcoming weeks in which I'll review Alien Covenant.